Hey, this is Jamey with Stonemeyer Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanism in my city. This is a light polyomino legacy game that we are 3 games in at this point out of 24. So there's tons of stuff that will come. I won't spoil any of that stuff because I don't know it yet. We've only played the 3 games. In my city, and I'm explaining this because this is one of my favorite mechanisms in the game, on every turn there's this thin deck of cards, and you will flip over one of these tiles and it will reveal one of these cards, and it will reveal a tile, a very specific tile, and simultaneously players will place that tile somewhere on their board here. And you're trying to pretty much fill in the entire board while not covering up forests and covering up rocks if you can. That's the basic idea. So a really simple game. Starts off very, very simply. I did a video recently about games with ramping complexity, and I love how this game does that, even just through the first 3 games. Starts off with super simple rules, and then it adds another rule, and then it adds another rule, and it reminds you of those rules on a little guide that's just out there on the table for you to see at all times. It's kind of a scoring guide, and it's cumulative, so it shows you all the stuff that you've already accumulated in terms of rules prior to that point. But I also love the simultaneous play nature of this, just from a game mechanism standpoint. In addition to the ramping complexity, I love that you're revealing this, and all players are doing this simultaneously. And even though all players could place their tiles in the exact same place, 2 factors prevent that from happening. One is that players have their own level of creativity and they want to place their tiles in different places. And 2, at the end of each game, you're going to start placing stickers on this board because it's a legacy game. So I like that the stickers that I place will be different than the stickers you place because they're kind of scaled based on who won versus who didn't win. And so that will change the shape of the tiles that you're even eligible to place in the first place, and the types of places that you want to place the tiles on your board. Also, one little touch I want to mention here is that they included a backside of the board that is here for future plays that you can play into the future. I'm trying not to look at that side too much because it might have some spoilers maybe, but I like that that's kind of a permanently replayable side, and you also have the legacy side over here. But my favorite mechanism, just a little thing here, but a favorite mechanism is that the game is packaged in envelopes that look like this, and each envelope includes 3 episodes. You can see it down here, episodes 1 to 3. So I don't know what's on all the envelopes yet. I opened this one. This had a sticker sheet and a sheet of paper with some rules on it, those rules that are going to be on the table at all times. And that I believe that was it for this envelope. But I love that it contains 3 episodes in it. I bet this helped with packaging, and it made, even though it's less stuff to open, it was actually an asset for there to be less stuff to open here because we were still revealing things after each episode. But I love the idea of packaging a campaign game in manageable sets of games. And each game in this game is like 15 to 20 minutes at most. So easily within an hour, you could play through the first 3 scenarios. And it just felt really nice to package them in one place, to say, okay, we just played 1 game. We could just play 1 game tonight. Maybe tonight, in fact, after I film this video, we might play episode 4. We probably won't play episodes 4 through 6. So we can play each one individually if we want. But I like that they're packaged in sets of 3 because it says, it's okay to play these in sets of 3. It's almost designed to play this way. Sit down and play a couple games of this back to back, and you have this nice sense of packaged accomplishment in this one envelope. So it's just a little thing, but I in a campaign game that sounded daunting at first, 24 games, it's a long campaign, finding out that the playing time is actually around 20 minutes, and packaging them in 8 packets made it look a lot more manageable. Doesn't that sound more manageable to you? If I say, okay, this is an 8 session campaign versus a 24 session campaign, immediately that sounds like something that you could actually get to the table. So I love that they packaged it this way, even though you could break it down into individual episodes if you wish. So yeah, those are my favorite mechanisms in my city. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you've played this game. And no spoilers, obviously. Or if any of these mechanisms I described here remind you of mechanisms in another game. A legacy game, a polyomino game, a simultaneous play game like Karuba, or a campaign game that packages things packages multiple episodes in one place for bite-sized consumption or reasonable consumption. I really like that. Thanks.